Travis Winguzzo. So, if you watched conference, you heard both Irene and Nelson use the word manifest in the sense of a physical representation. So, can you imagine what that would do to the Mormon prevailing traditional interpretation of Moroni chapter 10 verses 3 through 5? Manifest the truth of it unto you by the power of the Holy Ghost. A physical representation rather than a spiritual witness. Oh no, what's that? How does that work? It's been too easy with a spiritual witness. Don't have to do any work at all. Can you imagine? I'm sure you know that there are like dozens of different Mormons who've developed theories as to the geography of the Book of Mormon, where it's located in in the world. Each and every single one of them used their spiritual witness to declare where it is, because none of them manifested it to shut everybody else down, because we still haven't found it yet. So, can you imagine if, like, say, two professors at BYU or two persons who come up with geography theories are having a debate at BYU, and how do you think it would go? They both think theirs is the one true geography. Do you not think that they would get into a fight right there in front of their audience at BYU? It got pretty heated. It happened. And it required President Ezra Jeff Benson to step in and make the declaration that there is no geography. And so our student manuals and publications by the church now have the generic description of the geography. Even that's wrong. But nonetheless, none of these guys are using science. Geography is a science-based field. Not a single one of them are utilizing science. They all claim they are. But there's one factor missing: the theory test. What's that? You have to test for confirmation or rejection of your theory. If you do not produce a test, you have to dismiss your theory. And so each and every single one of these Mormons cannot all be right. Only one can be right unless none are right. And not a single one of them will test their theory. I know one particular guy who has a theory of the eastern or the western New York into Michigan theory. He actually went to the location and walked the distance. The whole land he walked. He self-fulfilled his own prophecy theory. Doesn't work that way, but nonetheless, that's how he did it. And so he thinks he's right and that he did the scientific test and he's proven it, it's confirmed, he's right and everybody else is wrong. Nope. What's required is some archaeological work. You have to go digging in those areas. And you can't use the excuse, well, we're not allowed to dig. You can't have the theory then. You have to be allowed to dig. You have to be able to say, I expect that the temple in Zarahemla will be here, or the temple of Nephi, that will look exactly like Solomon's temple, will be here. And then you dig, and either you find it, or you don't. And if you don't, you got to dismiss your theory, because you were wrong. You can't use a spiritual witness to back you up. You got to manifest it. See the difference? All of a sudden Mormonism became a complicated religion, huh? And that's what Nelson and Irene did to you guys. They pulled the wool right from under you. By giving you two demonstrations of a physical witness. Physical manifestation. To testify of. So, now what are you going to do with that information now? Are you going to apply the conference talks in your daily life? As most people say in their prayers, at least last I was in the church. I don't know if prayers have changed to a new rote prayer, but yeah, it's a big old difference. Because when you're dealing with geography, you've got to be able to dig up the ground to confirm or deny your theory. If you're dealing with languages, see, I've been picking on Nelson because, oh my God, he botched translation yet again this conference. He had chief cornerstone of the cornerstone, let God prevail. Now he's doing the yoked with Jesus to Jesus. Dear God. And the correct answer is right in the English text of the Bible, and he just doesn't care. Anyway, you gotta use linguistic science. And I saw too many examples in conference over the weekend where people trusted the English translation of the text and built their whole philosophy and doctrine on it. And they were wrong. Because the original correct translation is a completely different doctrine. And even in some cases a different reality. But that may be too complicated for people, I guess. Because the prophets won't let you study. They only let you read, and read the manuals that will only help you with what they want to help you with. And a lot of the errors that you've been taught come directly from them, who made the manuals. And it's Mormons, it's not the prophets. Prophets don't make the manuals. It's regular people like me who would make the manuals. Not me, because I would have corrected it and they would have rejected my corrections and put it out anyway in 2009 for the Spanish edition of the Quad. I was involved with the footnotes. I've made a lot of corrections, and Let God Prevail, Cornerstone, was corrected by me, and they said, nope, we're leaving it as is, and Nelson comes out and botches it over the pulpit of conference. He humiliated himself as a prophet of the Lord, president of the church. And it's a good thing they don't have translator as their title. They don't have that gift. I wonder what happens to that gift. President of the church is supposed to have it. Section 107, verse 92. Because 91 is the keys of the presidency, which are not Pater's keys. Oh no, what keys are they? Don't look, you'll lose your testimony. You can't lose your testimony. You either have it or you don't. It's the fruit. You've either grown the fruit from the seed or you didn't. You cannot testify of your witness of fruit if you did not produce any fruit. Spiritual witness does not count. Because the rest of us are going to be looking at you going, man, this guy's crazy. I don't see any fruit. He's saying he's got fruit. He's a fruit. So, if you're going to screw things up, you're going to get criticized by me.